Hi, friends. You might be interested in the Pitchfork on GameStop technical analysis right now. This is a supplemental to the video that I've already put out today, and it kind of goes into the detail of this downward sloping trend line that I was talking about before. Now, essentially, the downward sloping trend line that's here functions along a similar lines to this to the midpoint of this Pitchfork, which is an original Pitchfork drawn in on the logarithmic chart. And it's using the high up here on November, the subsequent in between low in November the 12th. So that's like the start of November, November the 1st, November 12th, up to November 22nd. So it was that month of November when we put in those highs. And you can think, that's why, and that's obviously the highs on SPY, the highs on NASDAQ, the highs all around, all that sort of stuff, all those sorts of highs in around there. That's what we're looking for. And you can see that we had touches towards the downside in this one. Down here, when we pushed outside of it, rejected out, came back in immediately. And really, this Pitchfork kind of sums up where we are with GameStop technical analysis. And we're back down here towards the middle line of the thing in today's negative price action. Now, we're hoping for this thing to find its feet and turn around. We will kind of start to feel like it has done when it makes it into the 90s. By doing so, it'll be back outside of like the main chunk of the Pitchfork over here. Now, this isn't a Pitchfork that you'll get out of the box if you were to just draw it out of the box, okay? Because I've added on additional regions. Your Pitchfork might look more like something like this. But as we can see, if we actually add on the extension areas onto the Pitchfork, and if you want to look up, I've got videos on my education playlist about Pitchforks, okay? So you can check them out. If we stick them on, then you can see that this actually ties in perfectly with everything. Okay, so the next wee targets that we're looking to, if we were to go up today, we'd be around about $92. But that's like just make it into 90s would be fantastic. Would be really fantastic. Over the period, the next few days, you're looking at that 90 region to get up towards then being able to look at the sort of the 95, like 90 to 95, 95 to 100 to then get outside of this sort of thing. And then and then when we're outside of 100, we can start looking towards the horizontal lines again. So we've got stuff like we've got all this crap that we can have on the charts, like this sort of stuff here, to give us better ideas about where we could be going in the meantime. There's another one. And this is like the sort of thing that you'd be doing with your own technical analysis, right? So just a little update. That's the Pitchfork. Showed you how to draw it. Shows you all your areas. You can get the same Pitchfork on your own chart. Like I said, I use the logarithmic chart. I use I'm using an original Pitchfork, and it's from the peaks there. As I said, the 1st November peak, the 12th November low, the 22nd November peak, and that's what we're kind of trying to arrange ourselves around. Little things to be aware of, by the way, folks, as well. On the 1 hour time frame, death cross up there, up above, as yet untested. When we do test these things, look to the levels where it's around at the time. Testing it in at the 90s is not so great. You need to really be testing it. These things will get tested, but as part of what could conceivably be during that phase of downward trend. And then I suppose last point to make for folks who are really kind of really want every single aspect of technical analysis about GameStop right now is that it would be very hopeful for us to have this, but the sheer downward angle of this thing means that you really you're not looking at the best range for it. It can take us up towards trying outside the Pitchfork and kind of the bigger scheme of things. Can take us up towards $110. Can take us to trying the challenge and at the 200 simple moving average. But whether or not these things take us to these pivot points without changing the trend. We really need to see things moving beyond that zone, right? But this is going to be insightful for you, I think, probably over the next wee while. Hit like and share it with your friends. It's appreciated. By the way, this is GameStop. Got the t-shirt, part of the crowd, love it all. I would love to see this video feature well on Super Stonk, but who knows, eh? And but if you are watching it there, then shout out to you all because I think these are great, and it'd be cool to see to see kind of more happy, positive people all around everywhere here, like looking at this technical analysis because it really does work. All the best, folks.